So we are just beginning the season of the leaf people. Some of you have my book. Some of you don't. So I just thought I'd read you maybe part one of the first story, which is called The Eternal Tribe. Leaf people start out like all leaves, small and bud-like, blooming in the cool dampness of late winter. Some are green, some are red, and they uncurl gracefully under the ceiling of the Mother Earth, nourished by her spring rain and strengthened by the warm, penetrating sun. When the leaves are still in bud form, they are touched by a great spirit with a sacred call, challenging them to find the eternal tribe. The eternal tribe is where all leaves come together into one universal family. It usually takes a year's journey to migrate to the eternal tribe. Sometimes leaves get caught up in human conditions or evil play, and it takes them years before they arrive, and some might never make it. No one knows where the eternal tribe is located, but it is surely not here on earth. In some stories it has been told there is an alternate dimension, and when the leaf tribes arrive, they become a powerful force that creates unity, harmony, and a link to perfect love throughout all tribes and creatures. It is a place of peace and harmony. Each tribe has a seeker leaf that clings to the branches and sing in the breezes of summer fullness. Together they shake their undersides and foretell of the oncoming storms. In autumn, much of their energy is spent on surviving in a world of buses and cars and dogs and cats, children and other humans who try to rake them up and burn them or put them in bags and bury them in the landfills. This is why you will see seekers, sometimes one or two at a time, and other times in great sweeping clouds, racing to escape an untimely capture. It's often hard to detect the difference between a common leaf and a seeker leaf. Outwardly they look alike, depending on their mother tree. Common leaves, when pulled from the branches on windy days, are tossed about in meadows and streets, randomly blowing about with no specific destination. Seekers are seen scurrying and hurrying with great purpose and determination across busy highways and sometimes flying through the sky. Common leaves scatter in all directions. They may live on street corners, by fences and under bushes and porches. They cover the earth in the winter and lie dormant until the sense of their being is absorbed into the ground, replenishing the soil, which will nourish and bring forth new grass, new foliage, new flowers, and vegetables in the coming seasons. Seekers often travel alone, with purpose and determination, sometimes for miles at a time before resting. Seekers and common leaves look alike, and all can have their own tribes as they are born from certain trees like the maple or the oak or the birch or the sycamore. Seekers search for scout leaves, who possess the skill to read constellation leaves. That's a constellation leaf. See the little spots? That's a constellation, and you'll see them. You have to look for them. Constellation leaves carry maps of the universe in their design. Some are dark and yellow or maroon, marked with spots resembling stars in the evening sky. Each map shows the way to the universal tribe. Sometimes the journey of a scout in a seeker leaf is so challenging they can be seen scurrying above large drifts of snow in the winter or swirling over ponds and creeks in the spring. They are constant and determined to help their tribes. It was mid-October, and rain had fallen most of the day. Leaves of all color were stripped from trees and lay along the streets and villages in upstate New York. The night was unusually warm and pungent, with the musty, damp smell of fall. As a woman stepped from her doorway out into the darkness, a gust of wind whistled and blew leaves about her feet. A street lamp went out, and she thought she heard whispering. Now that's just part one. I'll read you part two as we get closer to October, which is what? Next week? Could it be?